This is Andi Purewal for ID Boxing. I'm joined by trainer Ben Davison on the back of another successful night's work. Ben, congratulations to you and the team. Shabaz Masoud coming through that late stoppage victory tonight against Jack Bateson. Walk me through that performance.
Yeah, it was. It went pretty much how we anticipated. I would have liked Shabaz to have started off a little bit more on the front foot. Probably looking for counters a little bit too much in the fight. But look, it was Shabaz's first real 50-50. Credit to both guys for taking the fight. Deserve a hell of a lot of credit for that. A lot of lads probably wouldn't have decided to take these fights against each other, or in the same boat as these two, against these two guys. Couple of rounds where I thought Shabaz was a little bit inactive in the high guard, but the plan was to use the high guard in moments throughout the fight in various ways, and he did that. We said before the fight that we felt like it'd be a late stoppage, and that's what we got.
That was going to be my next question. Were you guys planning for kind of Shabaz to really take over in the second half of the fight?
Yeah. I'll be honest, I thought that it could have maybe turned even a little bit quicker than it did, but Jack showed a hell of a lot of heart. Very well conditioned, very well prepared. Deserves a lot of credit for that. But the plan was to always, we felt that we was going to get a late stoppage.
There's some very competitive rounds in there. Ben, he was competitive throughout, in all fairness, but Shabaz always kind of edging ahead. What was the most pleasing thing for you about Shabaz's performance?
I think that he was consistent throughout, and the plan was to consistently throughout go to the body. So I was pleased with that, but it also came with imperfections. I think there was moments that he steered away from that. And I think he wasn't as consistent as I would have liked him to have been with that.
I know you want to celebrate this victory as a team, but when you look towards the future, you've always spoken highly of Shabaz, so what next for him?
I believe that Shabaz is at fringe world level. I think that if Liam Davis beats Bout and the British and Europeans on the line, that's a fantastic opportunity to grab both those titles in one night. And it's also a bit of a local matchup as well, so that's a great fight. But the goal is world champion. So we'll have to see how the land lies.
Just a few other topics I want to quickly run by you, Ben. Leigh Wood still waiting for an update at latest?
Well, I know as much as you know. We're all waiting for the WBA to make a decision on what the situation is. I think that in Leo Santa Cruz's perfect world, he'll wait and see if Ray Vargas wins, and if he does at the WBC Super Featherweight, he'll jump up and vacate and box for that. But we need some actions and get things moving. So we'll need a decision before then.
Ben saw Billy Joe in attendance here tonight. Obviously, I know that he's been working with you recently. He put a post out saying that he wanted the Eubank Jr. fight. He seems like Eubank Jr. is in line to face Liam Smith. So if he is to return, has he got anybody else in mind? Is it just Eubank Jr. or nothing? What's his thoughts?
I don't know. I don't put him under any pressure. He's not under any pressure to have to fight. It's if he wants to fight. He's enjoying his training. Fantastic, and really appreciative of him to come up and support Shabaz tonight. He's a big fan of Shabaz. Shabaz is a big fan of him. We've got a great environment and great culture in the gym, and I'm grateful for him to come and show his support to Shabaz tonight.
Has the junior fight come up between the pair of you?
Obviously, it's spoke about, and it's something that he wants to do, but it's not something that we're constantly sitting and discussing. Don't really.
And just another couple of quick topics to get your thoughts on. He's come out that Anthony Joshua might link up and have a bit of a training period with Roy Jones Jr. Just get your thoughts on that. If that goes ahead, your take?
Don't really know. I've seen Anthony Joshua saying that he doesn't want to tie himself down to any trainers. He wants to go around and learn a few different things, get a few different views, I suppose, a few different philosophies, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that when it boils down to actually having a fight, he'll need to solidify a training team, but I think that there's nothing wrong with that. Someone like Roy Jones Jr., you can pick his brain and spend a bit of time with him and see what you can learn. It's a fantastic idea.
And final one, Wilder-Ruiz was ordered at the WBC convention. Yeah, so just get your thoughts on that one when it goes ahead.
I'll be honest. When Deontay Wilder boxed against Hellenius, I'll be honest. I thought he looked not. He just didn't look right, to be honest. And he
was there for like 2 minutes.
But this is what I mean. A lot of people, exactly, and that's what most people say. I've done him in 2 minutes, but in that 2 minute period, I thought he looked extremely uncomfortable. Maybe that's exactly what he needed, an early knockout to gain some confidence. But he just looked uneasy. A lot of people may say, he went on a back foot, brought him onto something, and clipped him. that's not what happened in my eyes. I felt like he was a bit uncomfortable. It was probably, maybe it was the way he was trying to bring him onto something, but it wasn't like what Gary Cully done the other day, dropped his back foot and drew him onto something and walked him onto something. It was a bit like he almost just flailed his hand out there and clipped him. It wasn't like a Rigondo masterclass piece, but maybe that's exactly what he needed. And I think that if he's in the right frame of mind and his confidence is there, he's a nightmare for absolutely anybody. But I just don't know where he's at the minute after the trilogy.
So say when the Ruiz fight comes around, if you see what you saw in the first 2 minutes for a longer period in that fight...
Way too easily. Don't get me wrong, he's got the capability to land anything, even if he's not a textbook type, fundamental type, great technique shot. He has the potential to finish a fight, but I think if he approaches the fight like that with Ruiz, he will too easily get put on the back foot and pushed around the ring.
Right, Ben, I'll leave it there now because as always there's a queue forming behind me, so thank you.
No problem, mate.